Kiran Bedi, is she someone who can work as a team player? Because there have been conflicting reports about Kiran Bedi. Some say she's ekla chalore. She doesn't like to be part of a team, which is why her career in the police also highs and lows. Or is she someone who simply is an aggressive, really dynamic person of the kind that this city or perhaps the country at the moment needs? How do you see Kiran Bedi?
I think I'll go for your this. She is an extremely dynamic, energetic. She is a great communicator. She is having most of the qualities which is expected of a leader to lead the city.
You think she can be a good politician therefore? She knows the city.
She knows the city. She knows the ground realities. She was responsible for reviving the beat policing system. She knows how to work with people at the grassroots level. So she is definitely the best bet, in my opinion, to, if she is elected to be at the helm of...
you think she can be a good chief minister? On the other hand, Javed Ansari, given what has just been said, am I to therefore understand that Mr. Gupta now is reflecting the view of a large number of particularly middle class voters? Delhi will also have, or indeed any city today, as a battle for the middle class vote. Kiran Bedi is a middle class icon, Magsaysay Award winner, someone who's worked with prison reform. Do you believe that she is the kind of person who can checkmate an Arvind Kejriwal in a Delhi election? And does that reveal that the BJP's local leadership is simply not good enough? They had to bring in an outsider like Kiran Bedi.
Well, it does that. There are several messages that go out. One, that they've got now a challenge. They have a face, somebody who can challenge Mr. Kejriwal. Mr. Kejriwal can no longer claim the moral high ground of being, enjoying a clean image, being a good administrator. She has all that. But the big question mark over Kiran Bedi is she's been a police officer, with due respects to the former police commissioner sitting by my side. By nature, she's used to giving orders and people complying. In politics, it's a lot different.
Are you saying a police officer can't make a good politician because the police officer only knows how to use the danda? You're saying
it doesn't come naturally to them.
It doesn't come naturally? Politics doesn't come naturally to police officers, Mr. Gupta?
No, what I can say...
You like to give orders. You don't like to take orders or work with others.
No.
Team players or not? Are police officers team players?
Police officers are team players. They don't work alone.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I take your point, but look, I just want to bring in Yogendra Yadav also at this moment. Yogendra Yadav, the point which is being made at one level, the middle class vote is critical. The middle class wants clean figures in public life. The fact is, Kiran Bedi, all said and done, despite the odd controversy here and there, has been seen as someone who has set an example of a woman who has charted new frontiers. She's a role model for many. Do you to that extent agree that she can checkmate Arvind Kejriwal?
Rajdeep, I think the point made by Javed just a minute ago was not so much about police officers, for anyone. After all, Arvind has also been a bureaucrat. But I think in all fairness, we must recognize that coming from being a civil servant or police person or whatever, there is a huge transition when you come to public political life. People like me have undergone that, and we all know, I personally know, it's not easy. And it's not something on which one can easily claim success. Arvind happens to be one of those few who have made that transition very well. Kiranji faces the challenge. It would be premature for me to say she will not succeed just because she is in the rival political party. But it would be premature for anyone else to claim that she is bound to succeed. This is a very difficult transition. And she has only 20 days.
But many believe she has all the advantages that Arvind Kejriwal has: strong political communication, someone who is seen as a person of integrity, and at the same time, perhaps is not seen at the moment at least as having the kind of image that Arvind Kejriwal carries of someone you can't trust because of the fact that he left office in 49 days. So she carries the strengths of Arvind Kejriwal without the weaknesses.
I would simply say, sitting where I am and coming from a opposition party, it may not be proper for me to offer a neutral assessment of Kiranji. All I would do is to agree with Sudhanshu Mittal. आगे आगे देखिए होता है क्या?
आगे आगे देखिए होता है क्या? Rashmikant, you wanted to intervene. Go ahead.
मैं बतलाऊं?
Rashmikant, intervene.
Yes, Rajdeep, I'm rather
Yes, go
Yes,
ahead.
Rajdeep, I am rather stunned that somebody like you is talking about Miss Kiran Bedi's integrity when the fact is that she travelled in economy class in Indian Airlines and she built for business class. Where is that integrity? Have you forgotten that? You are a person with a very, very sharp memory and a long memory. How do you call that integrity?
No, there have been...
Is that integrity? Is that the sort of integrity Delhi wants?
Is that...
We don't want that sort of integrity. We want somebody with...
It's interesting that the Congress is raising these questions. Remember, corruption was the one issue which brought you down last time. Now we are talking about economy class versus business class.
Absolutely, but we are talking about Miss Kiran Bedi right now. We are talking about Miss Kiran Bedi.
Are you saying Kiran Bedi is dishonest? Are you saying Rashmi Khan, Kiran Bedi is a dishonest person according to you?
Yes, I am saying on the basis of evidence, Miss Kiran Bedi is not a person of integrity.
You are saying Kiran
And
Bedi?
she is no icon for the middle class people of Delhi. And Rajdeep, let me complete.
Yes.
For 38 years, yes, she has not been used to giving orders. She has been used to taking orders from politicians. Please understand, there is a difference. She's given orders to her juniors, but she's taken orders from the political class for 38 years.
You know,
so let's not mix the issues there.
Forget integrity. The one charge against her, Sudhanshu, which will be made by her rivals is
How can I forget
opportunism.
integrity?
No, 1 minute. Because integrity of Kiran Bedi is a disputable issue.
Yes.
There will be many who swear by it. There will be others who will cite what you are saying. My limited point, and the one charge which will be made against her, Sudhanshu, is she's an opportunist. She has simply been looking for the right opportunity so that she can be projected as a chief ministerial candidate. I cited those tweets. Kiran Bedi has shifted to Narendra Modi because in this part of the world, Ukta Suraj ke saath sab jate hai. And that is the truth. She has seen that Narendra Modi was the rising sun and she has latched on to him. Let's be honest, Sudhanshu, that is what has happened.
Rajdeep,
Yes.
I'm really amused by this conclusion you're drawing. As I said, look, I could have appreciated if she had a change of heart after Mr. Narendra Modi became the Prime Minister of the country. So there was an opportunity which could unfold. It is during the course of the emergence of Narendra Modi, when we declared him as our potential Prime Minister candidate, that thing started falling in place, because there was a new kind of politics which got associated with Mr. Modi, and then she just followed suit. But
then she should have joined 6 months ago. Why does she join 20 days before an election? It appears she has joined 20 days before an election because she has suddenly been able to strike a deal with the BJP that you will project her as chief minister. Then you should have made her 6 months ago. Why 20 days before an election?
Rajdeep,
That's correct.
Rajdeep,
That's correct.
when you talk, allow me to speak, sir.
Yes.
Sir, Mr. Kant may have the patience
Yes.
of listening to somebody else. I know he loves his voice.
Yes.
Here, the issue is,
Yes.
everybody has...
No, Sudhanshu,
has a
I
dilemma
love hearing you.
of
I love hearing
joining
your falsehoods.
Please allow me to speak, damn it. What the hell, yaar?
Just a minute.
Come on, let's have a decent debate.
Yeah,
I have a right to my opinions, and I have a right to expressing my opinions. Please don't interfere, because I don't
Yes.
interfere when you're talking.
Yes,
So
go
allow me
ahead.
to speak.
Is she an opportunist?
Now, Razi, yeah, I see. We were in the discussion with Mrs. Bedi
Yes.
earlier also. You know, it takes to come and join politics and to shoulder responsibility is not an easy decision, especially if somebody has not been a part of the political system.
So you joined 3 weeks
over a
before an
period of time,
election?
Well, she
You
made up her
joined
mind.
3 weeks before an election?
So the issue of
And one day after your BJP state president is accused of corruption?
You must also understand that the timings are something which are best be left to the people who have done that. I mean, we don't need to come on media to say why and how the timings were there. It could be a part of a political strategy as well. Why don't you realize that? But let me just come down to 2 state points. I just heard Mr. Kant talking about integrity. सौ चूहे खाकर बिल्ली हज को चल रही है. I mean, Congress being accused of lakhs and lakhs of crores of money being eaten up in corruption. The Delhi government was so ill-famous about its corruption, and then he's talking about integrity. It makes me laugh. Last thing. We were discussing and we were comparing the Kejriwals with Mrs. Bedi. Lokpal was mentioned, that how the government was sacrificed for the purpose of Lokpal. And lo behold, all this while we've been seeing the political rhetorics and not a word about Lokpal. So that speaks volumes of the lack of intent and content.
What does
and
it...
lack of genuineness.
but I'm just
what was
wondering-
the endeavor of Aam Aadmi Party.
I'm just
Where is the Lokpal? The man who left his regime saying,
no,
look,
where is the Lokpal?
I cannot continue this government because I'm not getting Lokpal. Now today just forgets Lokpal. And
all
then
of you
these
have
are the
forgotten.
people who are
Look,
talking
hold
about
on.
the integrity and the
Mr.
righteousness of
Sudhanshu
Mr.
Mittal,
Gandhi. I'm
all
amazed.
the Congress did not implement the Lokpal in the way it was designed to. The BJP has not even appointed a Lokpal in the last 7 months. That is the reality that this country faces when it comes to the anti-corruption ombudsman. Today, Swami Agnivesh, लोग कहेंगे क्या वाकई उस अन्ना मूवमेंट से कुछ मिला देश को? क्या आपको लगता है कि इतने 4 साल बाद कुछ मिला है, कुछ बदलाव आपने देखा है? क्या भ्रष्टाचार कम हुआ है देश में?
मुझे कुछ भी बदला हुआ दिखाई नहीं पड़ता राजदीप, और खास करके इसीलिए नहीं दिखाई पड़ता कि हम जिस गांधी को सामने रख करके चलाते हैं आंदोलन, उसके आदर्शों से हम बहुत दूर चले जाते हैं। हम जनता की शक्ति पर विश्वास नहीं करते, हम पुलिस की और डंडे की ताकत पर विश्वास करते हैं। हमारा विश्वास लोक शक्ति पर नहीं है। मैं दूसरी बात कहना चाहता हूं कि आज यदि बहस होनी चाहिए तो नीतियों के ऊपर होनी चाहिए थी। बीजेपी क्या करेगी और कांग्रेस क्या करेगी और आम आदमी पार्टी क्या करेगी। व्यक्तियों को सामने ला करके हम उनके बारे में चर्चा करते हैं, ये व्यक्तिवाद की राजनीति है, ये बिल्कुल डेमोक्रेसी के उसके स्पिरिट के खिलाफ है। बट मैं इसलिए आप सबसे निवेदन करूंगा कि कोई व्यक्ति चाहे कितना भी अच्छा हो, वो समूचे जनता का प्रतिनिधि नहीं हो सकता, और इसलिए जनशक्ति चाहती है भ्रष्टाचार के मुद्दे पर। क्या आज बीजेपी ये कहेगी कि हमारी सरकार बन जाती यहां पर तो हम, और केंद्र में तो बनी गई है, हम सीबीआई को इंडिपेंडेंट कर देंगे? क्या दिल्ली में सरकार बनने के बाद कोई भी व्यक्ति हो चीफ मिनिस्टर का कैंडिडेट, मुझे इससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता, लेकिन क्या ये पार्टियां कहेंगी कि हम यहां पर शराब बंद करवाएंगे? क्या यहां पर गरीब मजदूर जो रहते हैं 35 लाख
जी,
उनको सही माने में पूरी मजदूरी दी जाएगी, बाल मजदूरी खत्म की जाएगी? ये जो सारे मुद्दे हैं,
आप कह रहे हैं कि
यहाँ
मुद्दों
पर
की राजनीति,
इतना ज्यादा ट्रैफिकिंग,
आप कह रहे हैं कि पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज मुद्दों की राजनीति से हटकर व्यक्तिवाद की राजनीति कर रही है, बट isn't that the reality, Javed, that this election now, as a result of Kiran, at least in the eyes of the media, is going to be somewhere, whether she is projected or not. Yogendra Yadav is challenging the BJP to project her, but either way, the media will see her as Kiran Bedi versus Arvind Kejriwal. Is this now about leadership now?
Well, absolutely. And as a journalist, this is a dream come true. A Kiran Bedi versus Arvind Kejriwal matchup, that's the thing that we've been waiting for. Perhaps this will get the pulses racing in a manner which a Satish Upadhyay versus Arvind Kejriwal would not have.
And I want a final word from both my main guests from the two main parties. I know the Congress will be upset when I use that word main party, but at the moment in Delhi, they are seen as the two leading parties. Mr. Rashmikant, with due apologies because of the opinion
Rajiv,
poll
but
showing
I
them
would
on top.
Rajiv,
The opinion polls are...
I would like 20 seconds.
Now, I will give all of you 20 seconds. Is this
But
election...
I'd like 20
you
seconds.
start. Okay, Rashmikant, you start, but 20 seconds. Is this election now about the leadership of Arvind Kejriwal versus the leadership of Kiran Bedi? Yes or no?
No. The elections are going to be fought on the 49-day reign of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal,
Right.
the 8 months reign of the BJP in Delhi, and the 15 years of development that the Congress brought into Delhi.
Okay.
Those are the issues that it is going to stand for.
Okay.
It is not going to be based on individual personalities at all.
Okay. So,
And the Congress is
Sudhanshu
going
Mittal,
to stand by its positive
your
track
time
record
is
of
up, sir.
development.
Your 20 seconds are up. Sudhanshu Mittal, is this election now going to be about Arvind Kejriwal versus Kiran Bedi? And are you ready for that public debate that Yogendra Yadav is daring you to have?
Absolutely, he's most welcome. We'll in fact demand that let there be a debate between the two. But this is an election about 60 seats for BJP and 10 seats for the rest.
Okay.
This is about hope versus fraud.
Hope versus fraud.
It's an election about credibility. It's an eletion about credibility versus verbosity and jugglery.
Okay,
it's
can
an
I?
election
You
about
made your point. Hope versus
endeavor
fraud. Hope
versus-
versus fraud. Let me take that to Yogendra Yadav. Is this election about hope versus fraud? Quickly, 20 seconds.
I think Mr. Mittal managed to annoy himself finally. I think I agree with Swami Agnivesh. It should not be about personalities and all these personal allegations and the kind of things the Prime Minister stooped down to. I think the important larger questions that come from the entry of Ms. Bedi and the questions the people of Delhi would wish to know is, have her opinions about politics changed and how? Have her opinions about Mr. Modi and 2002 changed? In which way? Has she convinced herself that BJP is going to implement Lokpal? If so, please share with us. Has she changed her opinion about political parties in general, about the manner in which BJP has hounded honest officers? Clearly something has changed.
Okay.
But when someone enters politics, you have to
it's
share
about
it
Kiran
with
Bedi
public, and I'm waiting
and
to
not
hear
Arvind
from her.
Kejriwal.
Okay, we're going to leave it at that. We're going to leave it at that. Clearly
Thank
now,
you.
we are in for interesting 20 days. Kiran Bedi also has to answer a few questions now that she has entered politics. Arvind Kejriwal also now faces a different challenge. And who knows, the Congress party should never be ruled out, according to them, from any election. I appreciate all my panelists joining us on my talking point tonight. My take, where do I stand? The decision to rope in Kiran Bedi is both a masterstroke, but also reveals a certain worry within the BJP. With this swift move, the BJP has neutralized the AAP campaign that the party lacks a credible face in Delhi, but that it has had to turn to a political outsider just ahead of elections reveals the limitations of the BJP's local leadership. Ironically, both Kejriwal and Bedi are products of the Anna anti-corruption movement, a leadership which once described all netas as chores. Let's turn to the latest on the Shashi Tharoor tangle. Now under intense media glare over the death of his wife Sunanda Pushkar Tharoor, Congress MP Shashi Tharoor today slammed the media, claiming that its coverage of the case was designed to defame him and he was facing a media trial. Meanwhile, Delhi top cop B.S. Bassi says Tharoor will be interrogated within the next couple of days.
जो भी इस केस से कनेक्टेड हैं, काफ़ी जो व्यक्ति हैं उनसे हमने बातचीत कर ली है. कुछ व्यक्ति ऐसे हैं जिनसे अभी बातचीत अगले चंद रोज में हो जाएगी.
Hours after Delhi police chief confirms questioning of Congress MP Shashi Tharoor in his wife's murder case, he lashed out at the media, almost threatening to sue them for defaming him with coverage of Sunanda Pushkar death probe.
Right now I'm being again defamed day after day, including by this particularly obnoxious and unprofessional channel. I can't tell you, not a day goes by without somebody writing to me saying, why don't you sue these people? Now that's a sad thing in a democracy. I think democracies need discussion, informed discussion, but also responsible discussion.
Meanwhile, the SIT probe has revealed that Cathy, over whom the couple reportedly fought, is a Tiruvananthapuram-based author, Catherine Abraham, writing Tharoor's biography. Someone who was constantly in touch with Tharoor through Twitter. Sources tell Headlines today that she may also be questioned by the police in days to come. SIT is also planning to question Tharoor's employee Rakesh Sharma, who bought the Alprax tablets for Sunanda. So far, 4 people, including Tharoor's personal security officer and a family friend Sanjay Devan, have been questioned by the SIT.
While Tharoor's personal security officer Narayan Singh told cops about Tharoor's fight with Sunanda Pushkar over a woman named Katie, the cops have asked Sanjay Devan as to why he cancelled his trip to Mumbai and went to the hotel to meet Sunanda Pushkar on the day she was found dead. Now all eyes are on the questioning on Shashi Tharoor, which is likely to take place in the next couple of days. This is Pankaj Upadhyay in New Delhi, reporting for Headlines today.
Okay, let's find out what else has been making the headlines this Thursday night. Speed News now with Abiral Big. Over to you, Abiral.
Thank you, Rajdeep. Here's a quick check at all the other top stories at this hour. In a move that brought huge cheer to the markets, Reserve Bank of India cut the reverse repo rate by 25 basis points to 7.75%. This is the first repo rate cut since May 2013. The BJP filed a defamation case against Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal over allegations against the Delhi BJP chief. This after Kejriwal had alleged that Satish Upadhyay has links with power discoms in the capital. After Kiran Bedi, former Aam Aadmi Party leader Shazia Ilmi could join the BJP. She for now is keeping her cards close to her chest. Actor turned politician Jayapradha also claims to be in talks with the party. Politician for all seasons, Amar Singh is also knocking at the BJP's door. He's confirmed that he is eager to join the BJP and claims to be in touch with the party leadership. In a jolt to West Bengal's ruling Trinamool Congress, Minister Manjul Krishna Thakur, who held the Refugee Relief and Rehabilitation portfolio in the state cabinet, quit and joined the Bharatiya Janata Party. The NIA has arrested 3 suspected activists of NDFBS, including a top leader on whose alleged instructions 36 people were killed in Assam's Sonitpur area in December last year. 5 militants have been killed in an encounter with security forces in the Shopian district of South Kashmir. A gun battle broke out between security forces and the militants this morning. SpiceJet Airlines co-founder Ajay Singh has signed an agreement with Sun Group chairman Kalanidhi Maran as well as KAL Airways, who control 53% stake in the airline, to take over ownership and control of the low-cost carrier. In a move that is being seen as a paradigm shift in the country's security policy, Pakistan plans to ban 10 terror outfits, including 2611 mastermind Hafiz Saeed-led Jamaat-ud-Dawa and the dreaded Afghanistan-based Haqqani network. India's open water swimmer Bhakti Sharma has set a world record by swimming 1.4 miles in 52 minutes in 1 degree temperature at the Antarctic Ocean. She has bettered the earlier record of British Open's water swimmer Louis Pugh. Bhakti is now the youngest in the world and the first Asian girl to have achieved this feat.